Seekonk Speedway, the action track at East. One of the best tracks around here.
Out of Cranston. Yeah. Ninth starting spot finds the 69 of Roger Sisson Jr. out of Rainham. And outside Roger, starting in the 10th spot, will be the number 1 for Lou Rotundo out of West Warwick. 11th starting spot on the... And here they come. It will be the green flag as they come by. The 27 gets the jump and leads the field down into turn 1.
I think it's on that blue stuff over there.
The number 61 of Carl Simmons working that outside groove wants to take that top spot this time by. However, the 27 seems to have his car handling much better than last week and maintains that top position at the first lap here tonight in the street stock heat. Tony Olszewski in that number 7 grabs the bottom groove, gets by, but gets tagged by the 27. All competitors appear to keep going, although the 7 seems to have some sort of a problem. He may have a flat tire. No, he doesn't have a flat tire. He was just squiggly through turns 3 and 4, keeps it going. The number 62 of Russ Tatro now looking to take over that 3rd spot. And the 27, again, is shifting to the rear at a rapid pace. He doesn't seem to have the handles on that 27 automobile. Goes all the way to the rear. Meanwhile, Carl Simmons...
top 3 round. A little bit of a bump and grind on that backstretch, and it opened up that top 3, top 4 spots. It broke up all the traffic.
The race right now, Pete, is for 3rd as the 37 automobile tries to hang on to that position, but the 43 of Joe Cadera has better ideas as he eagerly works the back bumper of that number 37, trying to get by.
That 27's got some problems. We'll try to get the worst as to what's going on. He's sliding around in that 27 automobile.
And with 2 to go, it will be Carl Simmons showing the field the way with the number 72 and the 37 following suit. Tony Olszewski in the Moyworks automobile had the handles on that car, but with the contact made with the 27, it doesn't seem to be handling quite well as it was. But with 1 lap to go, it is the 61 of Carl Simmons out of Smithfield. 1 more backstretch, 2 more turns, and he'll bring that 80 T-Bird under the checkers. The Ford-powered automobile for Carl Simmons comes in under the checkers. 39-year-old Smithfield resident Carl Simmons, the 80 T-Bird, brings it home for the win in the street stock heat number 1.
Quite a wallop off the front, and if they mark the travel on those shock absorbers, that 7 shows some extreme travel, believe me. He went up high and he came down hard. He did a fine job of holding on to it. Scotty LaBelle from Taunton, car number 80, is going to be on the pole with Nancy Sherman from Lakeville in car number 67 outside pole. Tom Jackman from Warwick in car number 74, isn't it? That blue 74 automobile. Rob Chase from North Kingstown in the 66 car. Ed Gannon from Swansea in the 8 car, the black 8, with Steve Blaze in the red, white, and blue number 6 from Somerset.
Right down.
Keith Moreau in the 38 from South Attleboro. Is that the same as... And we got a green flag with Nancy Sherman in them. Nancy Sherman takes it and she goes for it. As the 85 appears to be smoking a little bit, that Richard Shermaning automobile is way in the back. He's got a problem breaking loose with the tires right away on that car. They still haven't got that thing to get around the racetrack yet. Nancy Sherman trying to square away the racetrack. It's tight. It's way out wide as she hits, makes the apex the wrong way on it. You think that she was driving in Indianapolis the way she's trying to get around the track. Look at her. She's coming in now. She'll come way, way up high, and this lets everybody get under it because they're going much shorter distance. And Nancy's having a problem, but the 80 can't get around either. Scott LaBelle, he can't come out of the hole, so that makes for an interesting race with Nancy running very, very strong but high, and the 6 and the 8 get together. The 8 has a flat tire, and it's causing some problems, and the 6 had to try to find some place to go, as that 8 automobile of Eddie Gannon lost him right rear, right in front of everybody, and that was not one of the best things that could happen. I don't think they should tolerate it themselves. Look out, Nancy Sherman has got the 67 out in running. Now, if she can get that down in there, she'll be all right, but if she gets going fast, the tires heat up, and she gets way out. It just does not stay in the groove. See it working its way out? And Nancy got one ability. She's trying to keep that car going into the turn. She's getting fast. Immediately, two car lengths underneath it, 2 widths underneath it. There's the 6 of Steve Blaze gets under it, along with the 74. The 74 automobile of Tom Jackman. Faster than they are, but just does not get around the racetrack. Car number 22, that's Denny Stample. Denny is doing pretty good too. Denny is a bit of a neophyte at this game, and he's learning how to get that 22 round. Oh, the 37 just blew a tire. The 32, I mean, when we're interpreting, he just lost a tire right in front of us. Let's hope we can get that thing out of the way with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go is that 74 of Tom Jackman. And Steve Blaze go at it. Steve Blaze for the 6, Jackman in the 74. Denny Stample is still sitting in 3rd spot with the 22. It looks like coming out for the white flag. The white flag coming out. And Steve Blaze is trying to hang in there on the outside. He's really hanging that number 6 up. That's the 74 of Tom Jackman. As Jackman coming out of the turn. Still has it. Blaze really forced the glow to it, but he can't catch Jackman who works, the Janko Carpenter, who works for T&M Exteriors. The Arnold's Auto Salvage automobile, as he really gave it everything it had. Pete Silva.
All right, Jim, we're ready for our 3rd speed stock heat here at Seekonk Speedway. We'll start on the 15th position. Flynn Pest Control, Precision Auto Body, Quality, Coach Builders from Norton, number 91, Chris Robbins. On the outside of the 7th row from Wareham, it's number 99 of Mark Pierce. Sponsored by Freetown Sand and Gravel, Chevy Supply of Asona, from Asona, number 54, Dean Petty. On the outside of the 6th row, it's the number 120 of Jeff Waterman. From Smithfield, on the inside of that row, number 10, Mark Sutton. Sundin Furniture, Jim's Truck and Auto Repair, Alex Auto Electric from East Douglas, number 82, Scott Sundin. It's number 9, Mike Hope. It's sponsored by Junior's Auto Supply, Junior Chiropractic and King Aviation. The Pole Sitter from Mansfield, number 18, Kara Torman. We're underway. It's a nice steady feel as we approach our completion of lap 1, going into turn 4. Kara Torman tracking off just a little bit. And she gets challenged on the outside of Sundinski in that 53 car. And number 9 car, Mike Hope. And back goes Kara Torman in that 18, not able to hang on to her pole. Getting stuck in the middle. And Mike Hope with a 9 car, current leader at this point. Sundinski in the 53 rainbow color automobile, making his move as the field opens up in that 1, 2, and 3 position. Sideways goes the middle of the field after this early. Jeff Sutcliffe doing a good job of getting back into the groove. But it did cost the rest of the pack some time. Sundinski in that 53 and bumping, grinding. They went out of the turn 3 there. Again goes the 36 car into the rear end of the 26.
Pete, that 120 there, Jeff Waterman found himself way up in no man's land, way up in the 3rd group, but he managed to hang on and pass 3 or 4 cars in the process. He's really got that 120 hooked up, and Kara Torman finds herself with some sort of a handling problem. I don't know what it is.
2 laps to go, Ron. 2 laps to go. It's a 53 car. Scott Sundinski, you're currently right now, followed by the 9 of Mike Hope. And with about a 1.5 second gap in the 36 car of Jeff Sutcliffe in third position, looking for the final qualifying spot as the sixth spot. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go in their third street stock heat. And battling it out, but sideways goes the number 9 of Mike Pope. He can't hang on to that green groove. It's 53. Scott Sarajinski, your winner. Sponsored by Wheelock's Auto Supply and Race Stewards Incorporated.
And over on the other side, down with the two Sunbeam bread trucks, they got Coors on draft over there too. Tonight, the Pro Stock Lynn 100 with Coors presenting the trophies as we pay tribute to the family of Dave Lynn. Dave has been our tire many, many years, and we are proud to lend our support to the memory of his family. So tonight, it's the Pro Stock Lynn 100, Pro Stock $20,000 purse.
Thank you, Jim. And qualifying round number 4 for the Speed Stocks finds the number 73 of Laurent de Geets out of Brockton on the pole. And outside Laurent is the number 3 of Rick Carter out of Canton. Inside road, third position finds the 86 of Mike Camaro. He won a feature here 2 weeks ago. He's out of Southeastern. And the fourth position outside Mike finds 13th position. And in 14th is the 04 of Maurice Lelevert Jr. Bringing up the rear of the field is the 0 of Frank Kaiser. Meanwhile, we get the green as the 73 tries to maintain that top position, but the 86 of Mike Camaro working that bottom groove. Dave Titus on the outside of the 47 there, looking to take over the fourth position. It's a torrid battle right now in the first laps of this heat. The 73 leaves the bottom open, and the 86 takes the lead as the 34 and the 0 make contact in turns 1 and 2, with the 04 left with no place to go. Finds himself stopped on the speedway. The number 0 of Frank Kaiser is able to move on, but the 34 automobile of Ray LeBrun, I don't know if he can get that thing cranked up again. I don't. They get on the gas. Ron throws the green flag, and it's a different story this time as Dick Carter in the number 3 gets the jump, but the 73 makes contact and completely spins around the 3, and unfortunately also involved is the 86 of Mike Camaro. The Everett's Auto Parts machine climbed the rear quarter of the number 3. I don't think he did too much damage to the 86. However, the number 3 of Dick Carter is going to have some damage to that. Here in this qualifying round number 4, and this time it's the 68 of Dave Titus with Larry Only alongside. They get the green, and it's side by side into turn 1 down the backstretch. However, the 68 of Dave Titus seems to have the extra horsepower and gets the jump down the backstretch, leads the field after the restart at the line.
We have leveling at 04. Looks like he may have blown a radiator.
Looks like he's got a fender rubbing on the right front. He must feel as though that's a dangerous predicament, and he chooses to keep that automobile down in speed. Meanwhile, though, the battle is for second as Scott Fanning is trying to get by the 47 of Larry Only. Meanwhile, the black flag comes out for the 04 automobile of
Maurice Leveling.
Maurice Leveling.
Jr.
Halfway point for Dave Titus in the 68 automobile, trying to maintain that top spot. The 47 of Larry Only is trying every trick in the book to catch up and get by the number 68. Hasn't been able to do it so far. He has a few more laps left. The 04 heads pit side.
Scott Fanning in the 98, he's really giving it.
And Scott Fanning in the 98 running in third is trying to get by the 47 as hard as he can with 2 to go. Wants to better his position, just 1 more. 2 laps to go for Dave Titus this time by. Steve Gardner in the number 58 there before the number 11 of Kenny Morissette has some damage on his car, but it looks like it's going through the turns okay with 1 to go this time by. Dave Titus started in 6th, went to the front, took the lead. Down the backstretch he goes and ready to come under the checkers in the qualifying round number 4. Dave is out of Attleboro and he comes in for the checkers and sideways in the Atlantic Cafe sponsored number 68. That's Dave Titus, ladies and gentlemen.
And the street division. Right now we're proud to present our sportsman division. Sportsman division will be led around by Paul Vaness from Warwick. Paul's driving car number 9. He's sponsored by Shannon Subway Sandwich of Warwick and Family Transport. The number 9 automobile, Paul Vaness. Ray Alexander Jr. from Barrington, the Hasbro Industries truck driver in car number 4. Donald Byrne owns the car. Both brothers and Hollister Auto, as well as Junior's Auto Supply, are the sponsors of that beautiful number 4 automobile. Herb Wright from Brockton, one of the Wright Electric automobiles, car number 48 is the next in line. Jimmy Bell owns the car, sponsored by DX. Chad and Shane Gamboa in the 44 with Brian Reed in the 89. And look out, we got a green. That's the new one for Chad. That's the one to roll over. Chad is out there, brand new car. He doesn't know how that 8's going to get around at all. Looks like he is not going to get around. It looks like he got totally out of it that time. Chad pretty well bent that one up last week on his roof right in front of us. As the 4 Ray Alexander Jr. is getting around in very, very strong shape now. Ray Alexander all Vaness the way around, and the Wright brothers car number 48.
He's really having a great season, Jim, in that yellow automobile.
Ray is able to pull that thing around sideways, like he's driving it on dirt. As long as he doesn't heat the tires up too much, he can bring that 4 around in very, very strong shape. We have a black flag coming out for somebody.
44 car.
And that's 44. He's going to be losing some kind of fluid. As Shane Gamboa continues to have lousy luck in this sportsman division. Ray Alexander Jr. has big troubles all the way right now as Paul Vaness trying to hold on to his spot. Herb Wright holding down that 3rd spot, the 53 of Steve Taylor. He'd like to move up. So would Polar, but they can't seem to break out of that with Rob Murray in the 08.
Ray Alexander's running a full 1 second ahead of that number 9 car, Paul Vaness.
He's running like he's on rails, and he can run in his own groove up and down and high and wide. He can square off the racetrack. Even though he's going further, he's probably going faster without using a lot of braking in and out, coming out of the turns a lot stronger. This is keeping Vaness and the rest of them well back of him. As the competition is not up there to challenge him, so he doesn't have to worry about keeping down in tight, just keeping in front of everybody. I know Tom Scully looking to try to get around Kohler. He's having his problems getting around the 43 automobile. As that 4 Ray Alexander continues to go. Paul Vaness got himself into a bit of trouble that time going into the first turn. Let's see if he can get through. Maybe Paul's having some handling problems with the number 9. He got into just a little bit of trouble just before he hit the turn. Now this time he took it much more carefully, but it did allow Wright to catch up to him quite a bit. So Wright is handling better than Vaness, even though Vaness is in front of him. Here comes Ray Alexander around the back. Ray Alexander looking for the victory. Ray brings him down, and car number 4 is your winner. Ray Alexander from Barrington, Donald Byrne, Bull Brothers, Hollister Auto, Junior's Auto Supply.
All right, Jim, thanks. We're ready for our second sportsman heat here at Seekonk Speedway. Starting in the 11th position is the number 98 car of Elmer Wing. On the outside of the 5th row is the number 10 car of Steve Sanford. Sponsored by A&A Auto Parts, Page Hall and Reds Auto Parts from Cranston, number 12, Bobby Pellin Jr. In the outside of the 4th row, New England Tire and Battery, Tweed Pelzanos, J&J Perry Truckee from Swansea, number 3, Joe Perry Jr. Sponsored by Donald's Car Corner. Number 25, Roger Hedges, and is the Green Flag Bronze, sponsored by Warwick, Napa Auto Parts, Service Auto Body, and we're under yellow. And Green Flag drops, and off they go. Guy working everything out with going on the outside, on the inside rather, and the 25 car of Hedges trying to make his way around. Guy working, trying to make his way out in front of the pack in that 80 automobile. It's working, it's coming, it's Hedges in the 25. 1, 2, 3. Trying to bring up, making his way through the field is that 21 automobile, Corey Woodrow. Squeezing his way around the pack, and into 3rd place he goes as the 25 of Hedges drops back into about 5th position right now. And we got debris flying off the number 10 automobile. Steve Sanford losing some of his body parts going into the Wizard Ford backstretch.
That's all I can tell you.
And now we're going. That 56 car is way out ahead of the field. Followed by Boudreau. The 21 Cowan's really got it dialed in as he really dips down to find that groove. Linwood Cowan, your current leader in that number 56 automobile. Sideways goes the 98 of Elmer Wing. He's having trouble keeping that thing on the track. Halfway mark in our second sportsman heat. And again, that 98 car of Elmer Wing gets sideways. Ron, what do you think is going on?
I think what he's got is a classic case of a loose automobile, Pete. Every time he hits the gas, that automobile pitches sideways. He can't get the power to the ground. Way off the pace, the 98 of Elmer Wing, deep into the turn and gets sideways again.
You're right, Ron, and you know, these cars are balanced to be heavier on the left-hand side, so when the power transfers to that rear wheel, and they go sideways toward the wall, you know that there's a lot happening in the suspension that shouldn't be happening. And again, currently your leader is the 56 car, Linwood Cowan. Bringing up third is the number 12 car, Bobby Pellin Jr. out of Cranston.
You got to admire the run that Linwood Cohen in the Magone's 56 is putting in, though. He's got the field covered. There's no question.
He's
with
really
2 to go.
Tremendous job. And the battle is hot for third position between the number 12 car of Pellin and that number 3 of Joe Peary Jr.
And of course, the final position is up for grabs between the 10 and the 80, Pete. I don't know what it's going to be. They're doing a side-by-side battle. The number 10 of Steve Sanford, though, gets the jump coming down the backstretch. Looks like he'll be in that final qualifying position.
And that he is. Number 12, Bobby Pellin brings up that final the third place.
Just quick, Pete, we'd like to wish a happy birthday to Ellen Conlin, owner of the Formula 4 car number 5. This is her 22nd birthday. And Michael Johnson is 12 years old today. Happy birthday from Seekonk Speedway, Mike. And qualifying round number 3 for the Sportsman Division hits the Speedway, and on the pole will be the number 18 for Steve Ribb out of Kingstown. And outside Steve, second position finds the and the field gets the green, but Steve Ribb in the 18 either misses a shift or chose not to get under power, and the caution will have to come out immediately, and they'll get a second shot. Of course, it is the pole car that's supposed to start the race. It looked like the 77 of Dana Willis might have got the jump just a little bit, and Steve Ribb in the 18 decided. Ron Manfredo shows the green. A nice start that time as Steve Ribb in the 18 gets the jump. The 23 of Kevin Knabb quickly dives under the 77 and tries to grab that second spot down the backstretch. At the line, it's the Everett's Auto Parts machine, the number 18, leading the field on the first lap. Kevin Knabb looking to the bottom of the 18 on the backstretch, grabs the horsepower, and wisely backs out as the 18 shuts the door. 45 of Scott Estrella got shifted high and dry going into turns 3, lost a couple of positions. And there's the Everett's Auto Parts machine of Todd Henshaw gets shuffled in that mess and gets put way in the rear of the field. Meanwhile, the 23 of Kevin Knabb tries to work that bottom groove underneath Ribb, but Ribb keeps shutting the door, and contact is made. But being the gentleman that he is, the 23 of Kevin Knabb backed out and let the 18 straighten out. This time, however, the 23 of Kevin Knabb is underneath for good. He's going to stick right there. And stick right there he does, as it looks like he's going to take the lead. Meanwhile, the 95 of Billy Manchester dives in under the 18. The 18 tries to get down in the bottom groove, but cannot get it done as the Rainbow Rentals number 95 gets some heavy sheet metal damage. No mechanical damage, though, as the 95 keeps plugging away underneath the 45. At the halfway point, the 95 of Manchester gets sideways. The 71 of the 77 of Dana Willis tags the 95, brings him all the way around.
He's got a lot of sheet metal coming up on that 77 automobile, obscuring his vision, Ron.
course, the 95 was completely sideways in front of Dana Willis, and the 77, Dana had no place to go. Kevin Knapp gets the green, gets the jump also, and at the line is way out in front as Scott Estrella with the 45 follows suit, grabs that second position. Right away, the 42 of Bobby Leclerc does a little bit of landscaping down in turns 1. Comes up behind the 18 of Steve Ribb, wants to get by that automobile. Remember, 6 to qualify. Right now, it's the 99 of Glenn Young in that final qualifying position, but the 28 of Todd Henshaw is working that outside groove to his advantage. He's looking to get up alongside of the 99 to get that final qualifying spot.
Black flag for Manchester.
We have a black flag for Billy Manchester. Evidently, the track feels as though the car is not going to make it around safely, so the black flag is out for the 95 of Billy Manchester. Meanwhile, the
right rear quarter line is rubbing against the tire. You can see the smoke as he goes into the turns.
a very dangerous situation as that tire can blow at any minute, but the 28 of Todd Henshaw seems to have mechanical problems. He's slowed down suddenly. Gets it going again, going into turn 3 though. I don't know if the car jumped out of gear or what the story was, but the car died all of a sudden, that 28 automobile. But meanwhile, the 23 of Kevin Knapp with 1 to go. Scott Estrella looking to get by, but he hasn't been able to do it so far. It's Kevin Knapp, Scott Estrella, and Bob Leclerc, the top three automobiles. And at the line, it will be Foster, Rhode Island resident Kevin Knapp and his 93 Lumina. The G&J Home Builders, Summertrix Corporation, Aladdin Carpet Cleaners sponsored number 23.
Qualified the Sportsman Division for their starting positions in the feature event to come along. Mother Nature is really putting on a show behind us and alongside of us, so we're just, not even going to mention it and hope that everything works out. As Johnny Tripp brings that I-2 number 40 out to the start-finish line, Jay Tripp and Sons trucking driver. The vehicle is owned by Ronnie Pond, Bell Parts and Poor Junior Westport, with alongside of Freddie is the Bob Stock, car number 66, and Tony Salvietto, 37, bringing up the rear as they're trying to qualify for starting positions in this 100-lap feature event, which will be coming along a little bit later on this evening.
It's always exciting when we get these 100-lappers here because the drivers' techniques and strategies are so different.
Well, I don't know whether the strategy right now would be to try to save your car to go the 100 laps so you just want to qualify for this feature, or whether it's to give it a full run out to see how it's going to run.
Well, it certainly doesn't look like it. These guys have got the pedal to the metal, as they say. They've got number 40 car right now, just under 13 seconds. Excuse me, just under 14 seconds.
They may have one eye to the sky as well and just want to qualify the car knowing that maybe they won't be called upon to drive a little bit later on.
I think you're right, Jim. I think they may be running under the omen that they may not get into the feature race. Of course, we hope that that doesn't happen. But they are really running hard.
It's that big truck driver in the lead. Car number 40, Mr. Johnny Tripp, with the 46 of Jeff Thompson holding down second spot. Bobby Tripp has got the 88 running very, very strong. As Tony Dias, the hard man to pass, if you recall from last Saturday night. Tony Dias, the Boston Chicken 22, is holding down the fourth spot. The 48 of Curtis Still is fifth, and the 23 of Channing is sixth. Vinny Anaromo has yet to qualify the 11th automobile.
Oh, tremendous driving there, that 88 automobile drafting and trying to get around on the outside of the 46. Couldn't quite do it though because the 46 found that inside groove. He's trying it again. It's pure muscle this time as that 88 tries to make his way around.
Do you think there's any danger where you hooked into it? You may want to work the microphone where you can put it down if it gets closer. If there's any danger, you mean that?
Me?
Yeah.
We're both in danger.
I know that, but I'm wondering whether you're on it,
I don't know how well this system is grounded,
It isn't. Not, it appears that one end of the track is already starting to get some heavy rain. It appears that the south end of the track is getting heavy rain. Let's see what happens here.
And Tony Dias, Jim, is really making his move on that 6 automobile.
I guess the rain has not yet reached the surface of the track.
And out goes the 88 around the 40 automobile, making his move. A lot of muscle in that car.
Bobby Tripp.
He really's got power going.
He and Johnny side by side. Yellow is out. Here we come for the finish. And Benny Anaromo has yet to qualify, and I don't think he's going to. I don't think Anaromo qualified, and the red is out. The red is out, and it looks like we'll see what's going to happen.
We're going to bring the cars out, Jim, and we're going to hold them on the track and see what happens.
Get off that thing. Get that thing off.
Yeah, really.
I don't see. I don't. No, it's coming. Get off that thing. Get that thing off.
Yeah, really.
I don't see. I don't. No, it's coming in. It's coming pretty hard.
Nasty, I'll tell you.
And I don't want to see you wearing it like that.
Well, you're touching it, so we're both going to get
Oh
fried.
yeah, but I mean you're. Yeah, that's why they can't get out.
I don't believe it.
Have this kid open.